today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On 1st and 10, Newton. And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it. And that's what you don't want to do.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The first carry down. This is Alvin Kamara. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat our blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 14 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown. And the Niners are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try and power in the Hughes check. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to...
And he hauls it in the end end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Is good.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game. They always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. On first down, Newton. Names Higby, the tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
They'll run here with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Ball carrier. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 50-yard line.
From the 50, Newton. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. Go. 17 carries, 66 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to catch it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And now nothing but green.
Oh, you got to feel it, baby.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense...
This is going to be 49er football. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. And now...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hit.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's second down and 10.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Double team, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done it.
Now look at this. Big gain by fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing on second down. Jackson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's third down.
Third down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Jackson's going to keep it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
From the gun, Jackson.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jason Kroom, his first touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Extra point good by Prater. And the route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
He lost the football. It's out. And now it's a scooped up by the 49ers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The D and Jonathan Allen making sure his presence is felt. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. They'll roll him out right. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Rolling to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Solomon Thomas racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Newton. And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Here's Hill on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Jackson on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Calvin Ridley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers continue to roll.
The kick is
and it's up and good.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing again. Newton looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Nick Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and long.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is taken in. It's complete. It's running.
Bring it!
Touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the route is on here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now this will make it into the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
6-yard line.
Newton on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Newton is going to come up to QT. And he caught it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Jackson's pass. Intercepted.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And 11.
So we've reached halftime here. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Rams, nothing.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, come on, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe allow him a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. Play action. It's Jackson. Out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And quickly they get to the line. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
He's across midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
George Kittle.
George Kittle with touchdown number 20 on the year. as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Newton now to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he is going to have a Rams first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's got his guys patting over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
49-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Number 26, Sony Michel, the ball carrier.
That result really no surprise. It's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Take over 1st and 10.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that
by the
is
time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire. Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that...
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Now,
And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This will make it into the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. Newton. This is going to be 49er football. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the #1 thing. Take care of the football.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
Bring throwing again on second down. Jackson.
And we have to give credit.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here on this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Newton. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
On the throwaway. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Newton. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Again, Newton. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
For an L.A. Rams.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Throwing first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got
Cam firing. He wants the football. It's out. And this is going to be 49er football.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Alvin Kamara, 50 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film. Loose football. Scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the three. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense at their own 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there, 13 yards there, and a Niner first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Calvin Ridley, 47 yards. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
5 at the 30-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Newton. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. My goodness. Make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Throwing on third down. Newton. He finds his receiver left side. This is Patton. And he'll get this this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they were able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to them.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He wants it all for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Forced out to his left. They'll try and run it. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34-yard line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Daron Payne in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's 16 yards, a 1st down. Now Kamara. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton over the middle, complete. That's Patton. Down he goes at the 23. A pick